Let's talk about something that is very fundamental to Buddhism and just in general, living at ease and calm when you're in your best place. Basically, the eye of the storm, because life around you is very complex and whirling, basically in what seems like chaos, because a human brain can't comprehend it. But you can breathe and be in the moment, in the eye of the storm, and that's where you're going to be your best, almost as close to a superhero as a person could be, because your brain is going to be able to react in the best way, the most appropriate way to make everything the best for everybody involved in the situation. If you understand a few truths about the world, but even if you don't, and we'll get to those later, as long as you're breathing in the moment, because I'm sure some people just do that their whole life, but there are certain personality types that are a little more anxious and a little more rushed and impatient. That's how I've always been. Just rushing from A to B, and the in-between is just like an impatient blur. And I even know to breathe and be in the moment, but you forget that. Like even today, just the littlest things. Somebody said, it's a really nice day out. The sun is shining, the birds are singing. But where I live, there's pretty much constant lawn mowing and leaf blowing. So it was quiet for that moment. And I thought, I've got to get out there and enjoy the bird song while nobody is mowing or making a ruckus. But I needed to put on sunblock. I needed to wash my face first. So I was washing my face very impatiently and not breathing. Like I realized how tense I was and just not breathing, just like gotta rush outside. And I thought, no, you need to breathe in every moment while you're washing your face. Just breathe. When you catch yourself, just breathe. And that's it. Now you're in a new moment. You're reborn. You're breathing. You're calm. And you proceed ahead in the best way possible. And do not beat yourself up about what happened before. We'll get into more of how to deal with that, because you really are just a flow of circumstance and time. So it was really never in your control what happened anyway. But the best thing to do is breathe and be centered right now and just try to stay in that state. That's what it is. Constantly just attempting to stay in that state of being aware that you're breathing and that you're in this moment. I mean, don't get me wrong. Of course, you have to think ahead and plan ahead in your life. You can't always be in this moment, but as much as possible, you do. Like you can even be, I need to open up my planner and look ahead and plan something. But as you're doing that, you can be breathing. And like I am looking in my planner and I am planning ahead. You can be in this moment while you are planning ahead. Don't get lost in the future. You have to be anchored to reality. You don't always have to be, but as much as you can, tap into that and just be aware. You can get lost in the future because we are all time travelers. We can get lost in the future, we can get lost in the past for a lengthy period of time, but it is usually best to check in. And you do that just breathing. We'll talk about that, relaxing. Make sure you're relaxed and having a good posture and all that good stuff. It's very helpful to tap into reality as often as possible. And then you can launch yourself out there again if you want to.